Today is July 15th. The sun is right over there. It's shining. I have the blinds coming down in front. I've awakened to the fact that trading requires more work than I thought it needed. I am reminded of a guy who runs the um, Be the Trader YouTube channel. First, okay, he makes sense. He seems to be a Christian, and he's making these videos, and I'm looking at it, and he told me about his background, and he said that he would uh, work as a vice president for a company, save up some money, and then start trading. And then he would lose it all, and then he'd go back to work, and then come back and trade again. I can't remember if he lost again, but apparently he did that multiple times. Until finally his wife told him, trade small, okay? Trade small. I finally realized that there is a beast, and I kept mentioning about this in my YouTube channel. That beast has been following me all along, and that beast is overpowering. It's a personality that pops up and controls me. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So what happens is that part of me completely erases the reasonable me, the me. And then that emotional part of me just takes over, like Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll is the subdued, reasonable side. Mr. Hyde is the murderer. So today I realized the word called awakening. It's awakening to the fact that it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe unless somebody tells you concretely that, to me, unless somebody concretely tells me that there is this being inside me. It's like I have this YouTube channel on, and I have Bishop Barron. I review Bishop Barron once in a while. It says, "God has spoken. Are you listening?" Of course, he has spoken. He has spoken through the passages too, and through YouTube. Right? It says here, God. See, look right there. It says here. It's going to premiere. Is there? God has spoken. Are you listening? Bishop Barron's Sunday sermon. So the sun is out, and the sun is shining, and it is an awakening that tells me that I worked, saved some money, trickle all away the money that I have. It drip, 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 and I'm not conscious of it. It's like Mark Twain's comment about the frog. Okay, here's how it works. All right, I grab a frog, and I get a water from where the frog was. Okay, I take a bucket full, and then I get this giant pot, aluminum pot, and I pour the water into it, and I drop the frog in it, and then I give the frog some flowers to eat. Okay. And the frog nibbles on the frog nibbles on the frog, okay? And then I, on the stovetop, I turn up the heat just a little bit. And the water starts to warm up a little bit, but the frog just loves the flowers. A little trickle, once in a while. Feed the frog just a little bit of flowers. A little bit of flowers, and then throw a little bit of frog. Once in a while, throw a fly. just right there, and the frog will will extend its tongue and grab the fly. Okay, so and then the frog um, nibbles on it, and it's heaven. There's no other frog, and the frog relishes in it. The water is warm, and starts swimming around, backstroking. Then I turned up the heat just a little bit more, and then the frog water becomes a little bit warmer, but the frog still is like enjoying things. Okay, it doesn't know. It's like working in a restaurant. You don't even drink water, and then realize at the end of the day, oh boy, you're like, wow, you're like out of water. So then I turn up the water. To make the story shorter, I get to the point where the water warms up to the point where the frog is um, uncomfortable. But by this time, the frog, water has reached a temperature that is hot enough, says that it has loosened up its muscles. It has essentially caught the frog sleeping, and its leg jumping capability has been totally destroyed. And the frog is swimming in hot lava when the frog realizes it. It's a point where the frog is too late. It cannot jump because the water is so hot now at this point that the frog has essentially been incapacitated. The brain is slightly about to dim, and the skins on the frog. Anyway, the gory detail I can skip. And then I turn up the heat just a little bit more, and the frog becomes um, a French dish called frog legs, whatever it is. I become aware to the fact that what I have been doing is dripping, dripping, and dripping money. I used to have a boss in Microchip, which was and it was a company called Atmel, and Microchip bought it. And during the housing bubble, I lost my job. Okay, and I left the company. And I communicated with them, and I sent them practically every day, trading day, my record of um, sending my progress. And then he says, "Hey, could you send me a chart of your TD Ameritrade account?" And my TD Ameritrade account would be just like that, down, going down. There would be a spike and then down. Then on the next period, my spike would be smaller and then down, and then smaller, down, smaller, down. In the language of day trading, it is a company that is in serious decline. But because of this drip and drip of flies that are tossed in, okay, once in a while, that helps me like gain some traction, thinking that I was gaining traction. I was in it because there's the morsel of gain that heightened my emotion, and it caused me to be satisfied despite the fact that I was losing every penny that I had. Okay. And then finally, today, I realized for the past few days that God has spoken. Are you listening? And likely, the market has spoken. Are you listening? It's very simple, isn't it? The market has spoken. Are you listening? The market is saying something to me on a period basis. It's saying, look, buddy, wake up. Okay, Grant Cardone, this guy in Pueblo, started a company called Wake Up. It's called Wake Up. Okay, nobody's here on a Saturday at Office Evolution. So now I see what he's talking about. Wake up, Pueblo. Wake up. God has spoken. Are you listening? The market has spoken. Are you listening? See, now I realized as of today, I'm now hesitant to put more money into my TD Ameritrade trade account. Now I'm hesitant to put money into the FTMO trading account because yesterday I bought Nvidia, and then when it was sidetracking, I essentially bought the stock, believing that it's gonna pop back up because it will dip and it'll pop back up. But what I didn't realize is that sure, the day before it went up like 20 bucks, but today it went up 10 bucks and started to just drop like 25 bucks from there. I didn't realize that. And so when on a 10K demo account, a $500 daily max loss limit is there, and I exceeded it just based on that one single trade because I allowed it to, and then because it just like within like 3 minutes it just dropped right past, it was gone. So that tells me that I do not there's a few things that I need to fix in order for me to risk any more money at this point. There's no need for me to risk it because there is this beast. It's like the market. The market is there, and the market has this attractive feeling. It's like this giant crane that has a giant magnet. Okay, that's chained down to the beach. And when that giant magnet is slowly crossed over, this dark metallic material sticks to the magnet. So the market is a magnet, and that magnet brings out this dark matter within me, and that causes, so whenever the magnet just comes over right over my head, this like the hair that I have, it just the dark matter starts to pop up and consumes me and overtakes me and causes me to be a gambler. The instinctual, chemical induced self, it's amazing the chemical that's in my mind, the brain, because certain feelings causes my brain to feel certain chemical reactions that occurs, and I become addicted to that. And also when that chemical is risen, okay, when that chemical is risen, it overpowers all other thinking whatsoever. Okay, it's like it's difficult to keep a straight face because the chemical is reacting in the mind, and everything has been dismantled. That's how things work. So the market is truly a great place to make money. The fact is, I have to have the skills in order for me to make the money. Right now, I've awakened to the fact. I've awoken. I have waked up to the fact that if I keep putting money into something where I have no business in putting money in, then I'm going to keep losing money. So now the next step.